Alright guys, we're back. Thanks for watching that break. It helps pay the bills. We'll be getting into this next series here momentarily. I'm not sure if we have to... I guess we have to wait for Crank, right?
Yeah. Well, I also have to... Yeah.
Unless your Crank's in the lobby. Let me join. What's he in? By the way, double shout outs to Crank. Working extra hard today. As Olimoleague recently had some... I guess eye surgery done or something, so she's kind of out for today from what I understand.
Yep. Oh, this seems to be the lobby for the semifinal.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess that much.
Stats semifinal apparently.
Okay. Unless
You alright?
Like game 3 of stats versus super and just...
Oh, wow,
Yeah.
that is coincidental.
Okay, so then the way this will work out then is we're going to do stats versus super. Actually, score. Stats versus super. The winner of this goes on to fight against Zest. Then it's 2 semifinals and the grand finals. 2 best of 3s and a best of 5 after this game here. Stats is currently up 1-0 over super. Nice. Rifkin, your sound is fine. Yeah, I'm not going to fiddle with it, guys. I just plugged and unplugged some cords, and if that's not good enough, then we'll just deal with it. I really don't see anything wrong with my levels, and I wouldn't have even noticed if like one of our mods didn't say something too, but I'm just going to leave it where it is, and if it's really that bad, then it's just one cast that'll be bad for, because most of the time it's fine. And I don't want to... If it's... What's that old saying? If it's not broken, don't fix it.
Yes, that is the saying. There's a lot of conflicting reports too. Like, some say there's the in-game sounds that were loud. Sometimes I was louder than you. Who knows?
Okay, well, this is not the first game in the series, as noted. He is up 1-0 as we join in for game 2. In the top left, we have the red Protoss from Splice. Ladies and gentlemen,
The bottom right is the pink Protoss. It is super.
So, since we have Maynard lurking around in chat, I want to do this quick little advertisement. First off, the guy's been streaming a lot recently. If you haven't seen it, Maynard, don't hate me. I haven't caught any of your streams yet. I don't know whether it's good or bad, but I know he's a good dude, so the streams can't be that bad. But my point of bringing this up is not to awkwardly misinform and badly shout out his stream, but instead to remind you guys that while we've been constantly talking about... Wasn't ready for bits. Well, we constantly talking about how Maynard and Zeph are going to be taking over the VSL casts going forward. This coming week has no VSL cast, actually. The GSL Super Tournament's going on, so they're putting a small break. But the week after it does resume, and Maynard will be back on the channel. Him and Zeph will be covering the VSL matches here on BaseTradeTV. But yeah, thank you for the bits, Black Panther. Just happy to see Apollo.
You have Apollo? That's so coincidental. He just jumped up, man. Oh my God. Wow,
No way.
It's like you called him.
How crazy.
Crazy.
All right, so Super, I don't know what happened in that first game. I'm honestly not surprised to see stats up in the series. Super clearly doesn't know about the super awesome cannon rush tactics that apparently work against high-level Protoss players.
Yeah. It was on this map, too.
Yeah, specifically why I bring it up. But I don't know. Like, for me, I think stats is... I look at him a lot like I look at Snoot. And it's in terms of, like, if he gets to a certain point in the game, it might actually be just impossible to beat him.
Yeah, Stats actually is such a good player right now.
What was that laugh?
Sorry. I read a SpongeBob reference in chat.
Oh.
And it's just one that I've forgotten about. You said
man,
it's a Wumbo. You said it's W for Wumbo.
Too old for that reference.
You Wumbo, I Wumbo. Everybody.
I thought I was like, man, my analogy of Snoot wasn't that bad. Like,
oh God, no, it wasn't. Oh, anyways. Oh, but Stats is he's actually such a good player in general, and he is more of a macro player than, you know, obviously Hero or Classic. That yeah, I think if you let him get to a certain point, he will just steamroll you over time, no matter about the matchup. He can do his own cheeses occasionally, but yeah, he definitely prefers the macro game. See here, defending his Nexus, trying to. He did get a much faster Toilet Council. It's gonna give him Blink way ahead of Super. Super might just be going for a Robo anyways. Later, Toilet Council. Later.
Yeah, these stalkers probably feel like really accomplished right now, getting a lot done. But yeah, running away is probably the best course of action. Even though he does have one more stalker right now, the fact is that stats can warp in much closer, much faster. Now it's 4-4, and he's just gonna walk away from the fight, which is probably for the best. But
yeah.
he did warp in a pylon.
Exactly. I just I noticed that just now, but Stats, feeling the pressure, thought maybe this would have been the case. This is very dangerous to do because if they are pressuring, they're going to have more stalkers than you. Maybe only by 1 or 2, but that's enough to really do enough damage. So there's the warp-ins. The other stalkers are joining the front as well, and Stats really just has to continue making stalkers whenever he can. Like, trying to match Super just barely, and then having to put an overcharge should be enough. It's when you catch the player going for, like, you know, a couple of additional sentries, or maybe they first went with adepts that are over on the other side of the map, and you killed those, that this type of pressure can really work. As is, Super's just kind of, you know, meeting his a better build than his, one that matches him and then even surpasses him. In fact, Super's got to be aware of this, and be very careful about that blink timing. He'll just lose all his stalkers.
Okay, well, he sees the pylon over here now, which is nice.
It is. Okay, so Stats isn't gonna fit to it.
What a cheeky bugger.
I'm not sure Super meant to take a third base anyways, but
Yeah,
if that finishes, another one gets killed, maybe he can use it.
It is a little bit scary though, because while he does attack into this, he is gonna then be out of position, and with Blink being mobility, I mean, I don't know that Stats realizes he has this over his opponent, but the point is he can get into the natural base, very little repercussions for this, picks off even a stalker or 2 to trade, and can blink away to disengage.
Oh, that's good that the Sentry actually has Guardian Shield though. This would have been really dead weight without it.
This Blink micro is actually pretty nice so far. Trades out very well against a superior force, but can't stick around for too much longer. Blink's actually going to finish up for a Super here in just a moment. And, oh, Crank, why did you make this without Game Heart, dummy? Oh, wait, no,
he is a dummy.
Never mind.
Oh.
No, he's good. But he's still a dummy.
You're not as much of a dummy. Okay, well. Stats, I think he would have won the game there without those Guardian Shields, actually. Especially, like, the second one that was also just barely active and available, but now no Guardian Shield. It is Blink versus Blink, however, and Super should be fine, especially if he just goes back to his post and overcharges. I'm not sure why he's not. There you go. Super also invested in a third base, so he should know he's going to be really feeling the pressure.
My god, Stats and Stalkers are all so close to death, but they are still standing. Look at the resources lost. Give us a second or 2 to regenerate some shields. I mean, Stats' control has been so good.
Yeah, but that Immortal is going to, like, suddenly make this, like, look so bad. All these stalkers.
I know, they're going to walk into, like, one-shot a lot of the Stalkers. What was that thing you said earlier? Wombo? It's Wombo combo? Something like that?
Wombo.
Yeah.
Wombology.
I love how everyone just assumed you were drunk off of your reaction to that. Like,
okay, but people who know what I was talking about were immediately with me though, so I'll take it.
I feel so bad. Like, I get 90% of the memes out there, but SpongeBob ones are just beyond me. I never watched SpongeBob. Really couldn't get into it.
I don't blame you either. Like, if I tried to get a SpongeBob right now, I would be like, this is so stupid. But it's just it is the perfect throwback references because it was before the meme age, but they really were quite memey. Ah, so good. Stats was unable to kill Super or even truly devastate his economy, so Super does have a faster third base, and I think he has more immortals. Yeah, 2-1, 3-1, 3-2 rather. And it's a little bit dangerous, but Super, I'm not sure he should be advancing, because this is once again defense advantage, but no immortals.
So the thing is, like, Stats comes in this fight with a bigger army supply, but his army's so much more frail. But it looks like the extra shot or 2 from all these stalkers, even if they are destined to die, ends up being worthwhile. If he kills that immortal, he takes control of the fight. He's going to kill what little Super has left.
I'm very surprised. I thought maybe the 2 immortals would have been just enough, but to be honest, you know, Stats.
He handled it pretty perfectly.
Yeah, and he had another immortal coming in soon enough that I think he would have been fine anyways.
I don't think he cares with 2 stalkers. That's easily dealt with.
Yeah, this is bad news for Super's third base.
Yeah, so that's actually warps in exactly 2 stalkers, knowing that like he'll take that fight. So when the third base gets attacked now, let's not forget stats. Whatever for the army value, he actually has weapon upgrades over super for this.
Yeah. Usually by now, like 8-9 minutes, disruptors are put into play, and you're like, well, as long as that gets a shot, but it is still really based around these gateway units with only some support from the Immortals. I believe there's a Guardian Shield almost available. Well, that died.
So that was kind of cool, actually. The blink was a little bit dangerous, not because of positioning, but because there's actually zealots he blinked into. And if those can actually get hit, so those do some great damage. But I think fighting within the range of 2 pylons overcharge doesn't matter as much when they go down immediately to the Immortals, but it almost loses an Immortal to them. The Immortal coming from the backside, gonna get executed. Nice blink back out of stats.
The Mothership gets torn apart too. It had energy for the puts in overcharge.
Wow.
Stats got this.
Like, and I really want to stress too, so much of this comes from him snowballing. Like, he's getting attacked on the other side of the map, but it doesn't matter. Like, he's gonna win this army fight and thus win the game. And so much of this comes from snowballing those stalkers early on. Just keeping so many of them barely alive was enough to overpower that engagement in the middle of the map, win the game, and stats with a 2-0. Well, that was very nicely done, and that is going to send us into the semifinals. I don't know which one's going to get played first. We know that Alive and Billowy have been waiting longer, but it might be Stats and Zest. It's going to be up to Crank to figure it out. Either way, we're going to go to commercial break. Thank you guys for watching. And for those who don't know, we are still sending all of our donations that we get. Not that we've had any today. Feels bad, man. But all donations we get to the Mega Tournament fundraiser. So commercials and bits are the way me and Zombie Grub make our money at the end of the day. So watching these ads helps us a ton. Thank you guys. We'll see you soon.